YouTube, the new box, Maximum Gustav, or DLM Kaka box. Just, it's not new as. I mean, it's the newest box, but it's not as new. But the thing is, it released the new Burning Abyss support, Fiendish RHINO Warrior, which makes the deck much more consistent and much better. So now it is time for Burning Abyss top tier deck. Let's go! So this is the deck. Now, of course, I don't have 3 Fiendish RHINO, so I'm only playing 2, and that's why we're playing 1 Crane. But yeah, besides that, this is how the standard version now would look like. And the thing is that Luke Tyler performed very well yesterday in GG Tour. Actually 2 days ago in GG Tour with this similar list, and I said it before, I do think the deck is top tier. I do think that it's actually meta. I would say it's pretty good, but the thing is it's not really cheap, and it's not really the easiest deck to navigate, so that's why not many people play them at all. And yeah, that's why it's hidden, it's a secret top tier deck, like I said, for Fire Kings. And similarly, this deck can compete against most decks in the meta, and has actually a pretty nice matchup against Phantom Knights, I would say. A fairly decent one. So yeah, the deck is actually pretty good. Now, you can make the deck pretty cheap for yourself, you can put in whatever back row you have if you don't have Karma Cut or Ballista Squad, or even Breakthrough Skill, or even Book of Moon, I even played Floodgate. You can play Canadia, you can play whatever back row you have, but you want to have some form of disruption, and this is the back row that I think is pretty nice. Now, the deck is simple. We're playing 3 Skarm. It's your searcher, main searcher. Well, I explained about Crane. I'm only playing it because they don't have the 3rd Fiendish RHINO. Then 3 Cheer is pretty standard. Then 3 Farfa, pretty standard. And we're playing 1 Rubik, because it is our way to summon Virgil, which is pretty nice, and Virgil does come up a lot, so yeah, I do think it's pretty nice to play. I explained the back row. Now the extra deck. The Virgin is pretty nice because it can shuffle into the deck, which is an amazing thing, especially because it can shuffle from the graveyard, it can shuffle from the field. It's pretty nice. And also it can enable your OTK plays, and also it can trigger your Burning Abyss effects. So yeah, pretty nice. Also, it's reusable. You can reuse it, as you will see with Cheer. So yeah. 2 Dante, I only have 2, but the 3rd Dante never really came up, so 2 is actually pretty nice. Then we're playing 1 Nightmare Shark. It actually does come up, not gonna lie, sometimes. Also, it's a free-to-play card, so why not play it? Break Sword is actually pretty nice. You don't have to play it if you don't have it, because you have a lot of other form of, disruption and popping cards, or getting rid of cards like Virgil. You can play 2 Virgins instead of the break sword or whatever. And then we're playing the Giga Brilliant into Corbage combo. I think it's pretty nice with all the flips. Now, of course, Luke Tyler played Zen mains. Let's see. Luke Tyler played Zen mains, which is pretty nice against water. So do take that into consideration if you don't have any some Exceeds here or some cards here. Zen main is actually pretty nice, and he also played Shadow Lich, which is actually pretty nice because it's a quick play effect. So you can quick play detach Farfa to banish, or detach Cheer to summon, So yeah, you can play whatever you like in the extra deck. I think this is actually pretty nice. But yeah, that's the deck list. I said what I think about the deck. I think it's top tier. I think it's an amazing deck. I think it's very fun. It's very fast becoming one of my favorite decks, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. Hopefully you will enjoy it as well. And now it is time to duel. I also forgot to mention why we're using Mind of the Plana. It's because it makes your banish from Farfa permanent. So you basically just delete their banished pile, you know. And if you banish with Farfa, you just completely delete their monster. And also the thing is, this deck has a lot of things that you want to basically learn, and the things that you have creativity for. Like, most people would maybe detach here for Dante, but I think that's not the way, because already activated the Scarm effect. That's also something to take into consideration. The thing you have to take into consideration and that you have to remember is they all have two effects, you know. They can special summon themselves, and then they can search or banish or special summon or whatever. And the thing is, you know, so that's why we detach here, because there's not advantage. We can't get it. Fucking can't speak. What the hell? There's not a card that we could mill that could give us advantage here. And it's nice to keep Fiendish RHINO under the Dante. So if they destroy the Dante or send it to the graveyard, or, you know, do anything, we can send whatever we want basically with Fiendish RHINO, which is amazing. Also, what you want to remember is they can only special summon themselves if you control no spells and trap. That's why I decided to play Book instead of Floodgate, because it's a much fast card that you can use. So yeah. Deskbots tough match, gonna lie, but let's see. Good thing is, for some reason he didn't realize that it would be better to actually, yeah, I guess he summoned the Deskbot 008 so we wouldn't negate him basically, which was nice from him. Actually, yeah, I guess he summoned the Deskbot 008 so we wouldn't negate him basically, which was nice from him. But then he of course wasted, so he couldn't, because he has already 3 monsters, he couldn't summon with the Deskbot 003. He destroys the Dante searches, not searches, but Dante can give us another resource from the graveyard, and now Fiendish RHINO Warrior can send another Scarm to search in the end phase. Search for the Rubik, and this is the good thing about Rubik, is we won because it's searchable. Okay. Now we activate Scarm, we activate Rubik. Now the thing is, yeah, we couldn't really go into the freaking Virgin, because we don't have Burning Abyss cards in the hand to discard. So for that reason we decide to go for the Corbage. We can yoink one of his monsters. And now with Crane we have follow-up, which is pretty nice. We can go into the Fiendish RHINO, we can go into the Dante, and we can send, he can send, and we can also float. See, this is the power of the deck. Through 3 monsters we can, you know, do a lot of, we can OTK actually, yeah. With Corbage we can get rid of 1 monster. With Farfa we can do the second one, and we can send guaranteed send, so we're not gambling really. I'm sorry sorry we're not gambling, but maybe if you're addicted to gambling, you're you didn't want that to hear that. But yeah, with Fiendish RHINO we can guarantee send the Farfa, which can banish with the skill delete, so it doesn't come back, because we have TK here. And yeah, as you can see, pretty nice. The deck can be control, it can grind the games, it can be also pretty fast, so the deck does everything. I love this deck already, bro. What the hell? Also, I would like to remind you, if you're new to the channel, of course, please do consider subscribing, because it does really help me to continue making these videos, as I am basically the only Duel Links content creator left. So stick around, or else I'm gonna have to dip as well. I'm not joking. I'm really not joking. Okay, anyways. Against another Deskbots, what the hell? People watch my Deskbots video? Nice. So this is pretty standard for Deskbots. Go into the 003, into the 002, search for the field spell. And for some reason he didn't return any of his cards from the hand, which makes me think, what the fuck is going on? Okay, so let's see, what can we do? We can Scarm and Fiendish RHINO. We can bounce his monster. Can we potentially OTK here? Probably not. But we can do a lot of damage. We can Farfa banish, okay. He can boost now. We Farfa banish, okay. He can boost now. We can now delete. We can now go for the Corbage and swing for some damage. Okay. He can pen summon. Break through the other dude. Okay. And now the thing is that I went for returning with the effect of Corbage. I went for that. Should have probably attacked into Deskbot 009, so it gets destroyed and not returned to the deck. But okay. We can go in with Arm, so we can in the end phase grab a search, thin out the deck a bit, you know. I don't know if that's the thing to do, but okay. He of course top decks the 003, Deskbot 005 can pop, I can banish the 003. Cheer can also summon the Scarm again, get another search. See, this is the power deck. We get a lot of searches, we do a lot of stuff. And the thing is, it's nice actually that he destroyed our monster, because the field is clear for us to, you know, to make plays. And he's at the range for Nightmare Shark. It's nice because we don't have to deal with his monster. We could have dealt with his monsters as well, but we don't have to. And we can swing for game, which is pretty nice. Another showcase of... The only issue can be sometimes that you don't have enough disruptions on the opponent's turn, you know. Magnets, I feel like Magnets basically farm this deck, or should farm this deck, if they know what they do. If they know what they're doing. But actually it has a pretty nice matchup against Phantom Knights, as they don't have much ways of dealing with the board except, you know, popping with the break sword, and for that reason I think the deck is actually pretty nice. Okay, we can activate here, Scarm search, and see, we have the setup, pretty nice setup for the opponent. And it's pretty hard for them to OTK through Dante, of course not for Dinomists. That's a classic. Okay, so we decide to Karma Cut here because first of all he has to waste a scale, and second of all with Cheer we can summon the Scarm. Dante searches, or grabs, better said, the Rubik. We decide to go for the Rubik because we can yoink his scale, and when you get rid of their scales now, pretty early game, you should be able to easily outgrind them, you know. Unfortunately we won't be able to OTK, but yeah. Okay, we can yoink, Farfa banish, delete it completely with Mind of the Plana, destroy, and see at how much cards he's left, and we also get the search with the Scarm, which is amazing. We can search for the Farfa. And next turn potentially OTK. Okay, so he top decks a card, so probably no OTKs here. We can send the Cheer, Cheer floats into the Scarm. With the dude we can go into the Break Sword. We can pop the back row. Okay, that's the rush, we assumed that. And the dude gets destroyed, and next turn we have game. So yeah, as you can see, this is the power of Burning Abyss. We have so many ways to deal with our opponent, you know. We can shuffle cards, we can destroy cards, we can bounce them, we can do whatever we want, basically, you know. We have a great grind game. So yeah, I think this shows very well how the deck is, how good the deck is, you know. Okay, Kaiba. Oh, the anime Duel. Get planad, bitch. Oh, I remember this though. So, 30 card Kaiba deck. You already know. You already know. And of course a brick. I mean, the worst case like this is technically a break for us, you know. We can set up the Dante on turn 1. But even that is, you know, Floodgate plus Karma Cut, which is still pretty nice. Now here I want to get rid of the Maiden. I don't want to deal with the Maiden. I just Floodgate it. And I later checked, he only has 4 back row in his whole deck. 4 back row. And by turn 4, he he had 3 of them here, you know. And of course we're not top decking well, which gives them actually time to unbreak themselves. Now the thing is, I probably should have went with the Dante here. Not probably, but definitely. I forgot that Scarm activates this thing. If there is a monster that is not Burning Abyss, they get destroyed. And this is technically not a Burning Abyss as it's face down. And of course, he only has one Divine Wrath, and in 30 cards he saw his Ancients with his one of Divine Wrath. Nice, must be nice. Not just one Divine Wrath, one discard trap. Okay, so we can Floodgate here. Actually, I probably should have first Ballista Squad and then Floodgate, so he wouldn't be able to jump into the Blue Eyes from the hand. We can pop his back row. It was a Floodgate of his own. Farfa can banish, but he gets back. Okay, he can go in the Master. We can Karma Cut now. As you can see, we're not doing very well with the resources, while he's actually, you know, doing amazing with the resources right now. Okay, cheer. He Floodgates again, okay. And has the final back row, you know. At least with cheer we can summon the Scarm Surge in the end phase. To thin out the deck, you know. He top decks, must be nice. So when Princess Sprite grabs the cards of consonants, of course. Has another Ancients, Sage, you know. This is the classic Blue Eyes on the Ladder. Who cares that I have a 30 card deck if I'm just, you know, opening pretty damn amazing and stuff. Okay, so here he goes into the Heliopolis. We can Floodgate it. He has the Melody, okay. He can return the Dragon Spirit of White. He can also Tribute Summon. Destroy, which is amazing actually for us because it enables us to actually start making some plays. The Floodgate can be an issue, especially because we didn't see any of our. Actually, we did see one Ballista Squad, but yeah. And he has his final back row in the whole deck to Floodgate our Dante, which is actually alright because we have a, you know, banish on his turn. We also have cheer, which can special summon, so we're safe. Alternative can pop here. The dude floats into the Farfa, or what? No, grabs the Farfa. Farfa can banish. We can also float into the Dante. Maybe we shouldn't have floated into the Dante, but I was expecting he would normal summon and then make a synchro, and then if he makes the freaking spirit dragon, we're kinda in trouble because he can negate stuff, you know, so yeah. So here we finally go into OTK plays. We can go into the Virgil. Fiendish RHINO can send Skarm, which is pretty nice. Virgil can yoink a card into his deck. He decides to not go in with the Blue Eyes from the hand. We can Mind of the Plana delete his alternative, swing for some damage. Skarm gets us a search. And we're finally, this was actually pretty wild though. We're finally getting back. Okay, White Stone of Legend. He sets one card. Now my misplay was I decided to swing in, and the thing is that we know he has a Kytroid in hand, or a hand trap, not necessarily a Kytroid. But the thing is, there's nothing for him to summon anymore. Actually, how? I don't know. But okay, he at turn 20 activates the skill with 2 Blue Eyes in hand. I activate Polymerization. Unfortunately for us, he decides to swing into the first into the Virgil, but the good thing, he gives us a draw. Dante gives us a search, or from the graveyard, and now we can OTK. First of all, we have to use our back row, so we can start using the special summons. Okay, with the break sword we can pop his dude, also float with the cheer into the Virgil. Virgil can discard, yoink the Kytroid back into the hand, and we have game with the Virgil. So yeah, finally this epic duel comes to an end. Get planted, bitch. Okay, and the last duel we have, let's see, against Supreme King Jaden. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so we're playing against Gaia. Gaia can actually be annoying because it can negate our effects in the battle phase. But we can go with the Sheer and Farfa. He also has Treacherous as well, must be nice. Probably his one of Tretch. My dude floats. We can go into the Dante and we can set the Ballista Squad. Now we can Ballista Squad, pop his field spell, yoink his dude with the Farfa. He activates another Galloping Gaia, must be nice. And okay, let's see. So here we decide to go with the Virgil because first of all we can yoink back his Galloping Gaia into the deck, and then also banish his dude. He can pop the Virgil, give us at least a draw. We can now delete his monster, set the Floodgate, and now we have complete control. You know, there's nothing he can top deck realistically. He manages to top deck Gateway to Chaos, which is actually pretty nice. We have Floodgate, and that's gonna be easy clap. We can potentially even OTK next turn because he gives us a search. We can grab the Cheer. We know what he has in the hand, so we don't have to worry. Crane is also pretty nice because we can go into the Dante here with one card. We can mill. Cheer can special summon the Virgil back. Fiendish RHINO can send the Farfa to banish. And we have an easy OTK through 2 monsters. So that's pretty nice. And that's gonna be it. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I think the deck is amazing, like I already said for like 10 times already this video. But yeah, that's gonna be it. I will revisit Burning Abyss as many times as possible when I optimize the deck for myself, you know. But yeah, this is an amazing top tier deck that people aren't aware that it's so good. So yeah, definitely, I would definitely recommend them. And yeah, that's basically gonna be it. See you in the next one. Bye.